my name is Jeremy Atherton Lynn. I'm an essayist, I think in the sense of, essay as a verb, to attempt, and I'm a memoirist. I always kind of expand from my experiences to connect with a sense of history, kind of whatever lineages I have inherited, and connecting to other experiences around me. I've written 2 books. Gay Bar is about going out and experiencing nightlife, and it's nocturnal. Deep House is very domestic, and it's a kind of innermost story, a kind of sanctum. It's like starts in 1996, which is when I fell in love, and then that overlaps with the timeline of same-sex marriage debates in the United States and the United Kingdom, as well as various related immigration debates, because our particular story as a binational couple is about finding a way to be together before there were immigration pathways available to us.
I'd draw a bath for you after your shifts in the repulsive kitchen of a Scottish Highlands-themed hotel, where the chintzy plates piled high like cairns. Why didn't they put a boy who looked and spoke like you in front of the guests? It seemed that pretty much all of the staff were paid under the table. You scrubbed pots alongside older folk from El Salvador. Other young Europeans who had, for instance, arrived for a rave and never departed, made the beds and vacuumed. The pretension of making everything look like rural Scotland wound up sapping the life out of the place. By the rancid smell of the water in the vases, one could tell the owners were haughty and remiss. People, you told me as you soaked. Keep mentioning someone who used to work there, Dylan. Nice name. My parents almost named me that. Would have been so cool, I said. It would have been too much. Your hair had grown out, revealing its waves, framing your face in near ringlets, now free of the red dye and bleach. Gold glowed from within its chestnut brown. You dunked under the water and re-emerged. Your cushy little lips, your snout. Anyway, Dylan, they keep mentioning that he went somewhere better. I should look into that. Definitely. We gotta get you the hell out of there.
I think I'm always writing about identity, but not necessarily about moving towards identity or being enveloped by it, but rather the tension against it, and who we are as individuals, as well as who we are as kind of not separate selves, but a part of everything else. I think it's really important to be very aware of how we are identified, and that those identifications become a privilege or a burden. They highly impact our way through the world. So I accept identity as something that we hold, but I don't think it's ever the end goal. I think it's a part of experience that we're hopefully eventually somehow emerging out of. I have been reading here in a window, catching the sun like a cat, Cathy Park Hong's Minor Feelings. The European subtitle is A Reckoning on Race and the Asian Condition. And one of the reasons that I would recommend this book is it's so intersectional. And Cathy cannot think about race in America without thinking about Black experience in America. And she can't think about her individual experiences without bringing in her experience as a woman, as well as a Korean American, somebody whose family has kind of moved across borders and through class structures. And so I think here there's something really vital about that intersectionality. I want my next book to be called School. It's a version of me revisiting a version of my teenage self, almost like having a dialogue with my younger self where we try to arrive together at a better understanding of the history of the land that we're standing on. As ever, I'm interested in my experience and then how that comes out of what came before me. So in Silicon Valley specifically, I'm interested in, you come to Apple computers out of a history of apple orchards. It's an agricultural space. And I really hope that I'm going to be able to learn more about Native populations in the land where I grew up. My relationship with Passa Porta started because I did an event here. When I became aware of the foreign authors residency, I just wanted to be here. Brussels is a place that is able to accommodate a kind of chance encounter, serendipity, proximity, sometimes collision in a wonderful way. And I think there's something really specifically about the fact that so many speakers here are trilingual, at least. And there's this kind of wonderful moment when you engage with people where you're figuring out which language to use, and it almost opens things up and kind of takes some sense of assumption away and creates this constantly renewed experience of trying to figure out literally what language you speak and what language you two people speak in this moment, you know, with whatever experience and history you bring to it. Yeah, I love Brussels.